What up, YouTube? PJ here, this Dog Pound 24/7. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead, take that time, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that notification bell for all my latest content to be dropped. I have a good video for you guys tonight. I think this video is going to be very, very important for guys and gals that are going upstate, because when it comes to tattoos in prison, a lot can go wrong, and I've seen it all. All right, when it comes to this, so I'm gonna break that down. But before I do, I want to thank all my subscribers and viewers, as I always do. Thanks for being part of this channel. Thanks for being dedicated and loyal and being, very supportive. I can't thank you guys enough. So thank you. I mean that. And everybody have a good, and I hope they're having a safe holiday. I know that COVID-19 might be putting a damper on, a lot of people's plans, but you know what I mean? Enjoy it as best we can, right? So, with that being said, let's get right into this video. Tattoos in prison. All right? Tattoos in prison can be a very, very cool thing. It could be a very, very bad thing. But I'm going to break them down, because when it comes to tattoos, there's a lot of things that go into them, all right? There's a lot of things that can be, I mean, I've seen some pretty ridiculous things being put on somebody, and then they have a lot of regrets too. You know what I'm saying? So, here's the thing. When you get to prison, say you're new to prison, never been upstate, but you're like, oh, I'm going to get some ink done upstate, this, that, and the third, whatever. All right? Here's the thing. Be careful. All right? Think about what you're really putting on your skin to begin with. All right? Once you figure out what you want, and then do your homework on it. All right? Because what a lot of dudes do is, I've noticed, they'll go upstate, they'll see different artwork on different dudes, be like, oh, I want to get something like that, right? And they don't know anything about that tattoo. And they'll go to some dude that really don't know nothing about that piece and get it smacked on him, and then he's going to have some problems behind it. What I mean by that is, make sure anything that you put on your body is not gang affiliated, all right? Because you get a piece put on you, man, let me tell you, it could cause a lot of issues for you, yourself, and the person that put that on you. All right? And that's facts. All right? Because I had kind of a little issue with something that I have on me, but I got it put on me before, I went to prison. And, from the street, I have a 5-point star put on me. And I'm not going to get in that what that's about. But it had something to do with a 5-point star. All right? What it has to do with me, it's something to do with Taekwondo, but it went a different direction. It's, it has a lot of different meanings, which I don't understand, because the original meaning, we won't get into that, but it has a meaning to me that doesn't have a meaning to anything with prison politics. But I got questioning behind it. I was able to talk my way out of it, and that was that. But I've seen dudes get ink put on them that they had no business putting on them, and it caused them to pack up, and I've seen it cause people some violence in their life. It can. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of dudes getting cut behind them. I've heard dudes having to get shit covered up, and if they didn't, they were gonna have to get it burned off, whatnot, whatever the case may be, cut out. Listen, just be careful what you're putting on your body. I can't stress that enough, because, listen, man, I don't want to see some young cat going upstate or hearing about it because he went up there, put some stuff on him he had no business putting on him, and next thing you know, he's being held down in the bathtub while they're burning it off with an iron. You know what I'm saying? It's happened. Let me tell you, it really has. That's facts. All right? Once you figure out what you're getting and it's safe to put on your body, be careful who's putting it on you. All right, because I'm going to give you an example, a little story of myself. I had my boy, he was good with he was great. He was very artistic like myself, and, he was just starting to do tattoos. I seen what he did on his arm. I was cool with it. I'm like, damn, dude, you're doing some good work. And he wasn't going to charge me nothing. He just wanted something, a canvas to practice on, so he used me, and I was cool with it. Well, he did a piece on my leg, all right, and great, looked great. After the first week, looked like it was healing. But after the second week, third week, I was in the most pain you could ever imagine, all right, from a tattoo. It was looked like I had a piece of steak put on my leg. It scabbed up so bad, and it was pussing so bad, green. I had the worst infection on my leg, and it would hurt to walk. I mean, it was painful. All right, and it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know if it was because of a dirty, things were dirty. I got, bacteria in it or whatever. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he went too deep. I don't know if it was the ink that he used. I don't know. I don't know if I had allergic reaction to it, but it was painful. So be careful, all right? Be careful and make sure everything is clean. But what I think it was a combination of different things. I think he went way too deep on it, and kept, trying to shade in different parts of it, just grind it. I think it was tearing me up, and that's what I think caused the infection. And you just got to be careful, man. Make sure you're getting your ink done by somebody that's really been doing it for a minute and knows what they're doing. They're clean. Make sure what they're making the ink out of, because people can make it out of chess pieces. They can make it out of so many different things. And what I mean by chess pieces is where they take black chess pieces and they melt them down, mix it with lotion or shampoo, shake it up real good. They take the soot from it, from burning it, and that's what makes your ink. There's so many different ways to make ink, though, and I've actually had tattoo ink brought in through drawing pens. I've had my own ink brought in like that. That's typically what I've used. We've even had a corrections officer bring us in a bottle of ink, right? Unbelievable, but that was crazy. So just be careful what you're putting on you. Make sure everything's clean, and make sure, if you're getting some work done too, make sure you have your own needle. Don't let somebody else use the needle. Make sure it's being made in front of you and it's clean, sharp and nice. Make sure of that, because that's how Hep C is spread throughout the prison system, or any disease. So make sure it's a clean needle. That is a must, because I've seen dudes get reckless and dropping needles on the floor, and they pick them up, use them without cleaning them. Just be careful. Be careful. Everything's clean, and can't stress that enough. Now, if you're given tattoos, it's the same thing. All right, because I started slinging ink before I went home. Not right before I went home, but about a year or two before I was going home, I started throwing ink on people. So I got good at it. I started doing it on myself, and then practicing on certain people. And I started off with minor things with names and letters, stuff like that. And you want to also be careful what you're putting on people and stuff like that, because that can cause problems. Make sure you're not putting a non-gang affiliated kid, putting gang symbols on him because he's says he's a gang member and he's not, because he wants to be cool, because that can cause problems for you. Just be careful what you're doing. Make sure you're always clean, and make sure who you're putting the ink on as well. You got to be careful, because this dude can is a loose cannon, a knucklehead on the dorm, and he's always talking to the police and real friendly with them. You don't want to put ink on people like that, all right? You don't, because what will happen is somebody drops a slip, he's going to go get knocked. They're going to go bring him down to the infirmary, and say, I'm going to put some peroxide on your tattoo, see if that's real or not. And he's going to squeal on you before they do it. They're not going to do it. He's like, no, I'll tell you who did it. And then you're going to the box for anyways from 30 to 90 days somewhere, 6 months, whatever the case may be. So be careful who you're putting them on, all right? And that's key, because I've seen so many people get knocked. I got called to the infirmary for this tattoo right here on my back, the Irish Pride that goes across my shoulder blades. That was a fresh one. I got called down 3 days after I got it done, and they did the same thing to me. They told me they were going to throw some peroxide on it, because I tried telling them it wasn't new, and I said, oh, it's a fresh one, don't do it, because I'm not going to, they know it's going to, it's going to bubble up. It ain't healed right. So I'm not going to let them ruin my tattoo and go to the box. So I straight up said, no, it's a fresh one. They ended up giving me 30 days for the box. I didn't leave that jail. I ended up going back to GP, back to my dorm behind that. But I got 30 days in the box behind it, for having a fresh one. They were trying to get me to tell who did it. Of course, I wouldn't. That ain't my ballpark. So you got to be careful, man. Be careful who you're around doing them, because a lot of dudes are hating, and they'll drop slips on you. 9 times out of 10, if you're gonna get tattoos in prison or deal with tattoos, there's a good chance you're probably gonna get caught. Everybody gets caught doing them. It's crazy, but it is what it is. It comes with the bid. But just be safe, doing them. All right, I can't stress that enough. So the main things is, one, make sure you know what you're putting on your body. Two, make sure everything is sterile and clean. And three, make sure you know that you're being safe about, where you're doing it, what you're doing it, be safe about your surroundings. How about, let's put it that way. That's key. All right. Who's around? Who's watching out? There's a lot of haters, so be careful. All right. And the main thing is just be careful. You're not putting any gang shit on your body or on somebody else's body. Let me tell you, because people will be pressing you. Why'd you put that on him? I've seen it happen. So just make sure you do your homework. If you're getting one, or give him one. All right, because it will cause you a lot of less issues. When it comes to doing tattoos or getting tattoos. So that's pretty much it when it comes to tattoos. Wanted to make a quick video on that because let me tell you, that's a lot of drama in prison when it comes behind tattoos, and it's very important. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Everybody, what time of the year it is. The holidays are here, and I hope everybody's having a safe holiday. I hope everybody has a great holiday, due to this, regardless of the circumstances of the COVID. It is what it is. We got to deal with it. But I hope everybody, is going to have a good one. And if you already haven't, please hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that notification bell.